Let's make a potholder with the potholder loom. This is an 18 peg loom, and we're going to make the log cabin potholder featuring blocks of 5 in a tabby weave with alternating color threading. This is seriously an easy potholder to weave, except pay attention to the occasional color repeats and changes causing the stripe to change direction. Look at this pattern chart. This is so great. We do have a written pattern that you can get on our website, but we do have this chart designed from Piglet's Potholder Patterns, and this is shared under permission with Creative Commons, and we will have a link to that on our website as well. So stay tuned and we'll make the log cabin potholder together. Welcome to Good Knit Kisses. We're all about helping you stitch your love and love your stitches. This pattern has written instructions and links to right and left-handed video tutorials for your convenience, as well as a link to the chart that we referred to in this pattern. So visit our link down below in the video description to our blog. If you'd like to purchase an ad-free version, you can get that on our website for a discount, or you can get it on our Ravelry and Etsy stores that we will link to in that blog. We will also not be publishing that Creative Commons chart, but we will have a link to it for your convenience, and there will be a link in our PDF as well. We have the fully written instructions for each pattern that we do in our potholder series, so we have links down below to more of these potholders. Again, those right and left-handed videos, you can find the links down below. All right, so you're going to grab your materials. We've got our loom with 18 pegs. If you want a weaving tool or crochet hook for the end, you can certainly do that. And then I have my loops here. We've got color A and B. Color A, you're going to want 20 loops, and color B, you're going to want 16 loops. I'm using a coral color and a green. You can use whatever colors you want. I suggest a complementary scheme or contrasting to really show off those color blocks for the log cabin. You could even use, browns and creams if you want. So I'm just doing something more colorful today. All right, we're going to begin with our warp, which is the vertical section here. You're going to put all of those on first and then begin your weaving. So we're going to do it in this pattern here. Just go to color A, which has more loops, and we're going to skip the first peg and we're going to lay it on pegs 2 and 4. So skip one after that, go on 4, and then we're going to lay on 5 and 7. So the very next one is 5, skip the 6th, go to 7. Pause your video and speed up or slow down if you need to with those controls. And then we have 8. So this was 7, skip 1, and 9. Okay, so we're actually going to, so I did 7, sorry, skip 8, and we're going to go to 9. So we've got 2, 4, 5, 7, and 9. And we're going to do 10 and 12. So the very next one is 10, skip 1, and go to 12. And then we have 14. So skip the next one and go to 14. Do the one next to that, which is 15. And we're going to skip the 16th, and we're going to go to the 17th. And that completes color A on our warp. All right, so set those aside, and we're going to go with color B on the remaining pegs. That's going to be on pegs 1 and 3, 6, and 8, 11, that's 13, and 16, and 18. All right, go ahead and finish your warp and meet me back to begin weaving. See you in a moment. Row 1, we're going to begin with color B. So this is the green color here, and it's the same one that you had on 1 over here. So 1 and 1 are the same. So with B, we're going to weave under over 9 times. So under, place that, go over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, and continue. Don't pay attention to the colors, just pay attention to every other one you're skipping. And then you should be over on that very last one. All right. Okay, so that is row 1. Row 2 with A, we're going to weave over under 9 times. So go over the first one, under the second, which happens to match in this color case. So it looks like it covers up that B color here. So it creates a little stripe of these two alternating first. So we've gone over under once. Let's do it again. Twice. The third time. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Seventh. Eighth. And ninth. So you can see the weaving pattern is just the really simple weaving technique that you've learned before, but it's going to create these stripes, and it's really going to be evident when we continue on. So you're going to repeat that another time. So you're going to repeat for rows 3 and 4, you're going to repeat rows 1 and 2. So with B, just pick up the opposite color and continue that pattern. So you're going under, over 9 times. Place. Okay, and then pick up A, and we're going to go over under 9 times. So far the stripes we're making are horizontal. Okay, so we got these horizontal stripes here at the beginning, and then you can see they turn vertical and horizontal and vertical. So now this time we're going to alternate what it looks like. So these first stripes are going to look vertical, and then it'll turn again. So row 5 with A, which is this one, we're going to weave under over 9 times. So this is where you have to be careful and follow the pattern, because you're repeating some colors here. So you're not going every other color. It's kind of like when you did the warp in the beginning, it switches and you'll have 2 of the repeating color and then every other one. So begin with under, over, and then repeat that 9 times. Well, you repeat it 8 times, but you're doing 9 times total. All right, and then now we're going to go with the opposite color. We never repeat 2 of the same color at the same time. So now I'm going with color B, and we're going to weave over under 9 times. If you like this pattern, be sure and check out the other ones in our series. We have just been building up over the last couple of years, and they are just so fun, including the Alice bag, which uses lots of potholders. You can choose your own adventure bag. All right, so now rows 7 and 8, we're going to repeat rows 5 and 6. So with A, we're going to repeat under, over 9 times. And with B, over, under 9 times. Okay. And we've got rows 1 through 8 and now row 9 with A. We're going to weave under, over. So under 1, over 1 9 times. Okay, and you can see that we completed that vertical section there. Okay, and now we're going to repeat A with row 10 again, and we're going to weave over under 9 times. So over, under, and this will change up that pattern again. Okay, now that is the full pattern. And then you've got rows 11 through 18 where you just repeat rows 1 through 8 up here. So the ones that are different are rows 9 and 10. So now you have these, you can go ahead and repeat that to continue on the pattern. So go ahead and finish those up. I'm going to join you for the last 2 or 3 rows to show you how I work the end if you've never done that before, and you can see this pattern emerge. All right, so I'll start us off again. So row 1, you would begin with B, and you're going to weave under, over 1 time, under, over, and repeat. Okay. There we go. All right, so pause your video and keep working on that. I'll meet you back for the last couple of rows. See you in a moment. All right, I'm on the last 3 rows and I've already begun this row here, and we're on row 16, and you can see that I've already got a few on here and I was just holding it over to the side. So if this is the first video you've seen with me, you won't know that I do this, but I'm going to show you what I use the crochet hook for. It gets really tight down the end, and it might have gotten tight here and maybe your paw is there because you want to see what I do. So whenever you want to go under some here, you can just simply estimate where they're going to be. So I'm going to pick up this stitch because I'm going to go under it, this stitch going under that, and this one. I'm going to get 3 at a time. You can try it first by just doing 1 at a time, like this. Pick it up, move it over, and let it hold on the opposite peg, and then place this warp back down. Then you pick up your weaving and do it again. So I'm going to do 3 at a time here. So I'm going to pick up 1, 2, make sure I don't get the other one, 3, and hold it back, and then lay down the weaving on the right peg here, and then place the warp back down. Okay, and you just have a few more left. You're just going to pick that up and pick up the last couple, which is the very last stitch and the third from last, and lay it down. And then that row is complete once you've laid those on. And now we have 2 rows left. So I'm going to grab my A. You can see I don't have very many left here. I'm going to begin going underneath this first one. So I'll grab 2 or 3. Sometimes in the beginning, I'll just grab 2, hold it back, get that first one on there. And it's pretty loose. You don't have to go to the end, but you can. And then lay them on there, especially if you feel like you need 2 hands at a time. Okay, so I'm just going to continue doing that. Now that you understand what we're doing, I don't think I need to continue to show you all of this, but I just wanted to show you a few times in a row what I do. So go ahead and finish out your rows, and I will help you take this off of the loom. Pause your video, and I'll see you at that point. See you soon. Well, now you're ready to bind off, and I've got mine complete. It just looks so fun. I can't wait to get this off of the loom. So if you haven't been to my videos before, I start by going all the way over here, and we're going to go across this top row and go all the way down using a crochet hook, and we're just lifting one over the other. But I actually begin one over from that because it always helps me remember where I need to finish off no matter what the color sequence is. And I don't know, it just does a better finishing job to me. Choose wherever you like to start. I start at the corner. So I'm gonna start over here, pick up that green, and we're gonna pick up this next color on the corner. Okay, lift one through the other. The one in the back goes through, the one in the front, and then go on to the next one. We're gonna always go in the same order, picking up the next one and pulling through. You can turn it like that and pull it through, or you can use your fingers. Pick up the next one. Here, I'll use my fingers here, just like that. So if you're not comfortable lifting it up and through like this, because it can get caught sometimes, just use your hands. It's totally fine. All right, so you're just going to continue doing that until you get to the very last loop and you'll pull it through. I'll join you for that last one and show you how to finish it off. All right, so continue on, pause your video, and I'll meet you at this point. See you there. All right, I've got one stitch left on my loom. Pick that up, move the loom aside, and we're going to pull that on through. And we have one loop left. I'm going to go ahead and just straighten this out before I loop through that last one. Just kind of pull on it to hand block it, just tugging the opposite direction, and it flattens it out nicely before I start pulling this loop through. So I technically have one more loop I need to pull through, because you can see that these corners over here are nice and square, and here you can see this first color that I had gone through, and I started on the end, so I'm just going to pull through that. And so you're left with that original green one that we had, and then straighten it out as much as you need right now. And you can still do it after, but I just like to do it now. Okay, so if I take that off, it can come unraveled. So what you want to do is pull through. I like to kind of overstretch that one to give it a little bit of a tug if it's tight, because this one is tight for some reason today, so I'm pulling it a little more. Gonna flip it onto the back, pull it out, and then we're gonna guide it through a similar color. Well, it's the same color, but I'm just going to pull it through. If we had more colors in this, I'd try and find a light color and flip it under there first, and then go under some other loops to hide it. And if I can hide it under one more, I'll go underneath this green here. I kind of just, it depends on how tight this is and where I can get it in. I try and do it at least 2 or 3 places. I've done 2, but I feel like I need another one because this is so tight here. Let's try this again. Okay, there we go. One more. I feel like it's more secure now. And if it's still looped through, I'll get another one in there. Let's do another. And it'll just kind of tuck under. All right, there we go. So we finished. And then now if you've got little hairs left, these little parts, you can just take your scissors. I don't have my good scissors here. I'm going to try these. And just start trimming those long pieces. They're totally fine to do that. That's really all you need to do. So I'd love to know what you think of yours. Which other pot holders have you liked in this series? Or if you want to check out our list and come back and tell me which ones you've tried or which one you want to try next, I would love to hear from you. You can also tag me on Instagram and show me the ones that you've been making. Or if you want to try our Alice bag, which is in memory of my mom, and I designed that bag last year in 2024. Well, this video will be up forever, so if you see one that's made in 2024 called the Alice bag, that's in memory of my mom. And it's such a fun bag. I use it for a utility bag in my car, and it holds everything really great. It's a great beach bag and travel. All right, so this one's mine. I love it. This log cabin pot holder, so fun. I hope you enjoy yours. Have a great day. Happy knitting, crochet, and weaving. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us today, where we help you stitch your love and love your stitches. See you again soon.